Welcome back to the next part of this tutorial. What we're going to do now is add more to our event sheet. We have one line in our event sheet, but we want to add complexity to our game. Specifically, we want to get our player to be able to shoot. So we're going to do that using our mouse and clicking our mouse. So we're going to go to our game, and just in this open space, I'm going to double click. What we're going to do is we are going to set up a condition with the mouse. I'm going to go next. When it's clicked, I'm going to go next. And it defaults to left click. That's what we want when we left click. That's our condition. We want it to shoot. So I'm going to click done. So there's our condition. We're going to add an action. And what we want to have happen is we want the player, so click on player, next, to take a look through the list here. We want it to spawn another object. In other words, we want it to shoot a bullet. So we go spawn another object, click next, and then it gives us a pop-up box here. We get to choose, we want it to shoot the bullet. So we're going to click on that, click OK. Next, we want it to be on a certain layer. Recall that our background layer is layer 0. That's the tiled layer. The main layer is the layer that we're going to have all our objects on. So we have to tell the bullet what layer to be in order to work. We got to click layer 1 here. You can leave image point as 0. We're going to come back to that in a minute. So we're going to click on done. So when the left mouse is clicked, our player is going to spawn a bullet on layer 1. Now, if you do run the game, what you're going to notice is the bullets shoot from the middle of the player rather than from the end of the gun. It doesn't look very realistic. So we're going to try and fix that. And what we're going to do is use something called an image point. And the image point is going to be at the end of the gun. That's where we want the bullets to be spawned. So if we go back into our game and we take a look at our player and right click and we go to edit animations, we get this here. And this symbol down here that looks like a tiny crosshair is called set origin and image points. And if I click on that, then it brings up a crosshair. And what I can do is click on the end of the gun, like so, and it creates that point. So you can see that it's sitting right there. So now we'll go back. You're going to see this box open up here. We've clicked on the end of the gun. That's the hot spot or the pivot point. So when we go to mouse, what we should do is see that we want the mouse, when it's left click, to shoot from the player a bullet on layer 1, and we want the image point to be on 1. So we're going to go back to the game. And here we have image point. And instead of the origin, we're just going to click on this again. And there, that is image point 1. So now I'm going to close this here. And when I click on this here, if I double click, I can tell it that I want you to use image point 1. Instead of the center of the player, it's going to shoot bullets from the end of the gun. So there, it's got image point 1. So we're going to stop there. We're going to see if you can do the same thing on your game. We want the bullets to be shooting from the player when the left click on the mouse is pushed. Make sure it's on the correct layer and make sure it's from image point 1. That's it. We'll talk to you soon.